this anymore. Left my past all on the floor. I've been trying to keep it moving. Now we going north, going up 2, 3.
Good morning. So I am going to do a third video, and hopefully I can do a series on this, and this becomes a dialogue. Hopefully eventually someone would like to come and join me as well and discuss some of their lessons and perhaps past traumas as well. But as always, okay, it's your girl RealRam TLee, and I'm gonna start off with a quote. This is for February 25th and 26th, and actually it says, "Someday you will realize exactly why it had to happen." It's by an unknown author, and I'm gonna do my best to keep this short because I have a session soon. So in this third part, I was advised to speak about what how letting go of the trauma can prevent the proverb of the sun burning down the village, and how acknowledging and basically how it has been going for me. So this is still a process. Full transparency, this is a process. I have been in a therapy myself off and on for a number of years, probably for a while, probably since before 2015. So probably maybe since 2013. Anyways, to try to keep this short. So since at least sometime, 10 years, I'm just going to say 10 years, just to keep it short. Off and on. And what spurred it was the fact that my husband had been deployed. He's been deployed off and on for quite some time. So how this relates to letting go of the trauma and the sun burning down the village to feel its warmth. So working on that, and then finding out from my son how he has been feeling about the trauma that he has been through, and as well as my own trauma, my own self possibly burning down the village, is figuring out where that trauma stemmed from, who actually is deserving of whatever is the backlash, the anger, explosions, and all of this that I have been given. When I get upset, am I lashing out at the right person? Is that thing that this person just did, is it really about them, or is it really about something else? Or as we can say in the therapy world, is it really about my inner child? Is my inner child being triggered right now? Does this feel like something that has happened to me in the past? And as I said, this is a work in progress, and I come to find out that a lot of it is about the inner child. The fact that, as I have said, I haven't been able to speak up, or when I did speak up, I haven't been heard. So if I speak and I feel like that I'm repeating myself, or that you're not fully listening, or what you're saying back to me isn't quite what I've said, that either I feel that you may think that what I'm saying isn't making sense, therefore I feel like you think I'm dumb, or I feel like I'm dumb because I am incapable of communicating. Also, back to the whoopings, as I said, I gotta be in control, and because you're not listening, I'm the older person, I'm the adult, so I need to be in control of this. So if I'm in this situation where I am not feeling embraced, feeling understood, and what is more now understood in the research, that even white supremacy is a trauma. So being in those spaces that are not dominated by us, and being told so much about the way we appear, the way we sound, those microaggressions is oftentimes something we cannot control, or at least we feel like we cannot control. So when you do not have a habit of speaking up for yourself, right? You turn inward. Your inner child has taken over, right? Because this is how you protect yourself. You shut down or you flee, right? There have been things that I have just quit. There's a lot of things that I quit, and now I can introduce this other article. So to me, they all tie in together. Letting go of the trauma, the sun burning down the village, and this particular article that I will also put in the description. Women who are deeply unhappy but too strong to admit it usually display these habits. Very long title. And I am not also saying when I talk about these articles, I'm not necessarily telling you that these are accurate. I am just saying that it is something to think about. Because another thing that I have been told often is people think that I am so strong. People are like, you're so independent. You present as so independent, so well put together. People believe that like I know a lot. And they're like, your kids are so well behaved, and all of these things, that they think that I don't never need help, or that like I never get sad, or anything like that. So this title of women who are deeply unhappy but too strong to admit it, sometimes I don't want to be the strong person, because there's an article I read about that and shared about that a long time ago too, about women are tired of being the strong one. So the first one, they are perfectionists. Talked about that. They avoid social gatherings. I don't necessarily avoid them, but sometimes I am uncomfortable in them. It takes a lot for me to warm up in those type of scenarios. I've even had training before I started working for the State Department in a position that my husband had. They've taught us all these skills, even how to interrupt a conversation, how to help another person get out of a conversation. There's so many scenarios and situations that I have had experiences, but being comfortable in social gatherings is something that still I'm working on. And people think that I am very social, that I am dang, now I'm forgetting words right now. But I'm not. And if my husband isn't with me, who is very social, very outgoing, I am likely gonna sit back and not talk, not interact, if it's not in a small intimate setting. They're overly selfless. I'm not overly selfless, but I am selfless, which I am very caring, and which sometimes can be taken the wrong way. The helicopter mom, overprotective, and all that, which lends me into this field of social work. Like, I like to speak up and help the unheard, the unseen, the people with a smaller voice. They lose interest in things they once loved. Nah, not necessarily. But I don't really partake in them as much as I used to. They have trouble sleeping. Nah, that's not me. Nah. They constantly feel tired. Not me. When I'm tired, it's because I'm tired. However, sometimes it is due to me feeling mentally drained. Now, is it because of work? Maybe. But it is oftentimes because I've been thinking about someone else. I've been thinking about perhaps a poor interaction or a relationship that has gone a little bit sour. That happens. They hide their true feelings. That's yeah, that definitely is happening. And, my husband can take a look at me, or even sometimes my kids. This particular line says, they laugh when they feel like crying, appear calm when they're anxious, and act strong when they're falling apart inside. That's somewhat true, but those are also like signs of depression. But sometimes, it could be on the border of depression. But personally, I am one who cannot hide their true feelings. So this one isn't necessarily applicable to me because I'm horrible at that. My face cannot hide a thing, and then it comes out. It comes out in my words and my feelings and my interactions, my tone. But so tying all of this back together for this to be the third video, trying to work on my own trauma is an ongoing theme, and I am definitely doing my best to ensure that I do not continue to lash out on the wrong people, and especially not my children, because it does not belong to them. Children are going to be children, and white supremacy and intergenerational trauma is a thing that in our community is very heavy. And one thing that was told to me a lot, and told to a lot of us especially, is like boys will be boys. So sometimes some of the behaviors that our sons do is to be expected. That's one. But then when they go to school, it's like that's unacceptable. And our boys are supposed to behave far more than our daughters. But then they definitely are supposed to behave far better than the white children. Our children are more parentified or adultified over the white kids. So that also, or some of the reasons why I whooped my older children, is because I passed that on. I listened and heard what the teachers said. I listened and heard what my kids had to say. But the adult in the situation is going to win in this, because I expect you to do what I told you to do. That's what I expect. I don't care what so-and-so is doing. If so-and-so is messing with you, you're supposed to tell the teacher. So I'm about to go off on a rant, and I can't do that. So I'm going to end right here. Get ready for my session. But please, I would like to keep this dialogue going. Someone advised me to make a series out of this. Please, let's just keep it going. And there's so much that is going on that we got to deal with, and it's very good for us to make sure that we stop it here. Lots of us are parents right now with kids who are college age. Some of us might even be grandparents. So let's just keep the dialogue going. It's not necessarily to make anybody think differently of our parents. It's not to make an excuse for how we were raised. It's just, let's have a dialogue, because some of us know better, but some of us don't. We want to teach others, change the mindset. That's what this is all about. It's about changing the mindset. So with that, I'm out. And you guys have a very good day.
I can't do this anymore. Left my past all on the floor. I've been trying to keep it moving. Now we going north, going up 2, 3, up 2, 3. Got this joy inside of me because